What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle Create Space. They don't want you until you're taken. You know, for all you people who are single and you may have had your eye on somebody, or you may have approached somebody and been shot down, you may have been friend zoned, or maybe you're too shy to approach, or maybe somebody just hit you with the curve, played you to the left. You know, some of you gonna have this experience where they'll tell you you're a good person, but you're just not for them. So you gotta, whether you like it or not, you gotta move on. You gotta move around. You gotta go, you know, either be by yourself or find somebody else, right? So when you do that, there are gonna be certain experiences in your life where um, the person who wasn't feeling you like that finds out that you're with somebody or sees you with somebody, and then all of a sudden they feeling you like that. See, it's not they didn't like you when you were single, but they like you now that you're taken. Now, this is for numerous reasons, and I've stated some of these reasons before, I believe, maybe in different parts and different videos separately. So I'm gonna put some together. One is because you being single meant you were available to be on their list. So you just was another satellite. You just orbiting around them. It was for their own ego and edification that they got so many people on their roster just in case it doesn't work out. And now that you're taken off the list, which is like a blow to their ego. It's one less person that's checking for them. So they want you, but they don't. They just want you to be on their backup roster. So they like you. So they're gonna play halfway. Like, I kind of like you, and it's some bullshit. They don't like your ass. They just like the idea of having other people to hover around them. Then you have the people who they didn't think you was all that. You might have been cool, but they didn't think you was all that. Like and to be in some type of relationship with. And when they see you with somebody else, they're judging who you're with, their superficial expectations of who you can get compared to who you got. So if they feel you're a person who probably could only get a 7 and you got a 9, then they're trying to figure out what the fuck is so special about you. Like, wait a minute, I didn't see you as a person who can get a 9. God forbid you get somebody that's above their level and they know it because they got themselves at a certain level, and you get somebody that in their mind tops them, then you're going to have another problem because, they're going to like you because the person you were with, they're going to feel like, okay, if I can get you from that person, that means I'm actually better than that person. It's an ego trip. So they're not going to like you until you're taken. They're not liking you at all, but this is some selfish, self-centered, egotistical type of stuff. And you got to understand, these people, I'll say this right now before I go forward. These people don't like you. And they'll act like they like you to get you away from who you're with. But even if you leave who you're with for them, they won't be with you. No. Hell no. Because it's a game. It's not real. It's just a game. There's exceptions, because I'm going to bring one up right now. Because even with that person that they check, and if that person is happy and they see themselves in their relationships or pseudo relationships or their player stage and they see your partner is happy as hell with you, and they're not happy with the people that they messing with, they're gonna rethink what they thought about you, because it's like, wait a minute, they put a smile on this person's face like that. Like, that person is all hugged up and affectionate with them like that. What the fuck are they doing? I ain't see that in them. I ain't think they could do nothing like that. God forbid. And we're gonna take this a little further. God forbid a person sees you as not just that happiness part, or as it being a good partner, but if that partner winds up saying that you putting it down in the bedroom sexually, oh, that's a whole nother story, you know. They don't look like they can handle they handle their business, so they written off the list. And then somebody say, man, that motherfucker be wearing me out. Whoo! I be in the bed speaking tongues and shit. I don't know. This motherfucker's off the chain. I don't know. I'm glad y'all overlooked that one. And then all of a sudden, then they start saying, well, shoot, the person I'm with ain't doing it like that. But I didn't see them as being like a freak like that. And they treat this person good. This person that hit the lotto, they don't deserve that. I know I've known them far longer than this son of a bitch knows them, and they smiling and shit. No, this is what I need in my life. They don't need that. Fuck them. So then they're gonna pursue you when you're with somebody that you're having a good time with. And you know, don't be a sucker and fall for that shit because now you got options. Because it's not really options. It's not. You know, it's a egotistical game that people with bad egos play. They're insecure, and they're looking for you to feel their insecurity by making them feel better about themselves by you being with them. See, at first they thought you weren't on their level, and then when they see the person that you're with and that you're taking, and that person is happy, then it becomes they want to get on your level. But that initial thinking that they're better than you is going to always stay in place. They're going to always feel like they're better than you. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about that. So even if you left who you was with for them, which would be a dumb idea, if you got with them, understand they're going to still think they're better than you, and eventually it's not going to work out. Because they didn't like you until you were taken. Somebody else had to vouch for how good you are for them to even take two looks at you. You know, that the same thing goes with how can I say this? When you have somebody who introduces somebody as a friend, this is my friend, and the friend is checking for the friend. It's like, that's just your friend? You're like, yeah, that's just my friend. And the friend's like, well, I'm gonna holler at your friend. Then all of a sudden, they ain't friends no more. Then it's like, some people will be like, look, because a real friend will say, look, I'm gonna tell you something. That's my friend. You ain't shitting your own bullshit. Stay your bullshit ass away from my friend. You're not fucking up my friendship with your fuck shit. That's one thing. That's a very understandable thing. You do that, I feel you. You're a true friend. But then there's the other friend that's like, if y'all get together, then y'all gonna be parading y'all happy asses around me. I don't like that. I don't like that shit at all. So then the friend becomes Captain Cockblock. You know, the princess of Pussy Garden. You know, and then you don't know why. Because you're not a friend. You're a friend when you're single. But if you hooked up with another friend and you're taken, then it's like, it's a shot to the ego. Because I had this friend right under my nose this whole time, and now this other motherfucker just came along and saw something in this friend that I never saw, and now they just happily ever after. Oh hell no! I ain't finna be the catalyst for that shit. You know what? Then that friend pulls the other friend aside. y'all will get along, but you know what I'm saying? I just need you to protect yourself because the bitch got seventh stage of herpes, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, you gotta fuck her with a condom on top of a dildo because if you touch her with your dick, yeah, you're gonna be pissing razor blades and meteorites. You don't want that. She's a good girl though, but you just gotta watch that seventh stage herpes, yeah. hmm You go to yeah, my friend likes you, he's a cool person, but um, y'all might not go out a lot because he's like on his 17th bankruptcy, and the feds have been looking for him because he hadn't paid his taxes in 27 years, even though he's 29. Um, but he's a good person now. Like, I mean, he might be asking you for money every week, but if you cool with that, that's cool. And then like, what the fuck just happened? And then the two people just don't talk to each other. Like they just looking at each other like, you was cool, but you know what I'm saying? My friend put me up on game about your ass. And a lot of times these two friends don't never talk. Who put you up on game? My friend. And if you had this conversation, wait a minute, they told me this about you. What? But they told me this about you. And then if you were sitting back, you'd be like, ain't that a bitch? He was cool until the idea of me being taken came into play. So I'm just putting you up on a little bit of game while I'm out of here, man. Y'all take care. Peace.